Hey guys, Moldran here, and some people PM'd me on Twitch TV after watching my Dueling stream, and they were asking me, hey Moldran, what build do you use against certain classes? How are you doing so well in PvP? So I decided, okay, there's demand for it, I'm gonna make a barbarian dueling guide. I'm gonna make one video per class because obviously I use different builds and strategies against different classes, and today I'm gonna start with Demon Hunter. Now the first thing I need to tell you is this build here that I'm using is just one build that I like to use, that I found would be really effective. But obviously there are other builds that also work, so you can also come up with something else. But I'm gonna go quickly through why I'm using this build. I'm using Weapon Throw, which is a ranged attack. Now a good Demon Hunter, you will never be able to like melee him unless you somehow get him in a stun, but with Smokescreen they usually get out of that. Then Leap is an important skill to connect to them. Like I use it with Call of Ariad, which pulls enemies to me, and then I can usually get a rend off, which is the key ability here. Rend is the highest DPS ability against Demon Hunters, and it goes through even if he uses Smokescreen. So if you like predict where he is and you rend it, then you actually land a rend. Then you actually land a rend on him, which deals a lot of damage, especially if it crits. Other skills that are important: Sprint Marathon for mobility. You need to keep up with him if you go offensive, and so you can stick on him. Ignore Pain just to avoid the damage so you can survive longer. And that's also the reason why I use Warcry. Warcry is also important because of Fury generation, and Nerves of Steel is the other defensive thing that I use. Inspiring Presence is also like must have in my opinion because it regenerates 2% of your HP. Now this means the higher HP you have, the better. I have 84k here. It depends on the gear level. Like you should always duel equally geared opponents. If you are, let's say, 100 million gold budget Barb or 10 million gold budget Barb, just duel Demon Hunters with the same gear, because if you get out gear, it's not fun. And yeah, Unforgiving basically generates 2 Fury every second. I use this in combination with the gear. Now the gear is also important. Now what do you want to wear? My personal recommendation is, what many people don't do, is just wear 5-piece Immortal Kings. That's like a really big advantage because it's the same Fury generation as Unforgiving, and you're always going to have enough Fury to keep Sprint Marathon up. As you can see here, I used it one time and it's already full again. That's important, the Immortal Kings set. Secondly, you want to use Vitality Gems. I think HP, like on any gear setup, except the super tanky one, I think Vitality Gems always going to be better than Dex Gems or Strength Gems. And there are 2 more important things. One is the belt, which should be Weapon Throw reduced by 5, Immortal King's belt. They're pretty cheap if you don't need them to be that good. And then there's also the shield. Get a Storm Shield with crit chance. I think they're also pretty cheap if you go, for example, 25% block and 7% crit chance, for example. Yeah, the rest is basic gear. You want to have defensive. Now my stats, like, probably aren't in the reach of many people, but generally speaking, just try to get decent all resist. DPS wise, attack speed with this build against Demon Hunters is not that important because most of your damage comes from Rend, and with Rend it's really about 3 things. It's about strength, the base average damage, crit chance, and crit damage. Like it deals significantly more damage if it crits than if it doesn't crit. Attack speed, I don't think it's useful with Rend. Occasionally you're going to do Weapon Throws, but even here it doesn't matter that much. That's also why, for example, this ring only has crit damage, crit chance, and all resist and plus damage. It's better for PvP. Okay, before I show you a few clips of the build actually in action, a bit of theory. Now how do you want to play against a Demon Hunter? I'm gonna make this really short. I'm gonna play here, for example. Use the Warcry of course first, and then I try to engage with him. And engaging with him, you wanna like connect without using Leap. Try to get a rend off, then you wanna follow him, stay on him. Also use your Ignore Pain at this time. And then you wanna evaluate, okay, can I chase him down? Do I have enough to like finish him off and kill him? Or do I need to play defensive? If you need to play defensive, you usually get away somewhere, hide somewhere. Try to like line of sight him, and then he has 2 options. Like either he comes and you can get a free rend off on him, or he stays and waits. And if he waits, you can just wait until your Ignore Pain gets up again, and then you can drive raid again. So it's basically a defensive hit and run tactic. Like if I do one mistake against a top gear Demon Hunter, I'm pretty much dead and lost the game. And I'm gonna show you a few duels against really top equipped demon hunters, and I'm also gonna commentate a bit so you know like what I did and why I did certain things. Okay, so here I'm up against Demon Hunter, Mac P. He's pretty good gear. Also seems to be a pretty good player. Now Demon Hunters are using different specs, but you need to be able to like play against all specs. So normally my strategy, as you can see here, I'm trying to engage, I'm trying to use Ignore Pain to get a rend on him. In this case I failed, I used all my cooldowns. So what I'm doing here is I'm going into defense mode. I'm really like trying to avoid damage now, wait for my Ignore Pain to come back up again so I can engage him again. So I'm playing defensive here, I'm hiding behind objects, taking advantage of them, and once my cooldowns are ready again, I'm gonna try to engage again. And as I said before, against Demon Hunters, if you engage, you want to be sure, 100% sure that you can kill him. If not, you need to go defensive. Here again, I tried. I got a rend off on him, but it was a non-crit. And then I'm in really bad position here with Ignore Pain on cooldown. So I decided, okay, this wasn't the right time. I'm gonna play defensive. Maybe he even comes. If he comes, then it's good for me because I can either just keep kiting around other objects, so he never gets a hit on me, or I could get a free rend on him. But yeah, here you can see I'm just waiting, everything works. Then Ignore Pain was only 2 seconds left. I decided to go in, got a jump here on him with a crit rend. Then this positioning is perfect for me. If I'm like on the bottom, like the guy on the bottom always has a big advantage. And now it's just a matter of like finishing him off, which I do here with weapon throw. After he got previously hit with a leap rend combo again. Okay, then I'm waiting for him to respawn. I think he was waiting for cooldowns here. Okay, and then he said ready. I'm waiting for my own Ignore Pain cooldown and going again. Again, I wasted my cooldowns, so I'm playing defensive here. I think he changed his strategy now. There's also something you have to consider. People always change the strategy. So he, I think, decided to chase me. Like you can see him shoot the arrows on me. Then he used smoke screen. This means he's about to come to me. So I dodged this attack here. I keep dodging those arrows because I want to engage him with 100% HP. And yeah, trying to get the rend off on him, which I got here. Then he gets me really low. So now I need to Ignore Pain is still 2 seconds of cooldown, health pot of cooldown. So I need to rend him and try to line of sight him. So I rended him here, which luckily hit, and I was able to line of sight him and kill him, even though I was on very low HP before. Okay, and I dueled him one more time. He changed his back a bit. I healed up. And yeah, Demon Hunter duels are really intense. I'm also gonna show you like 2 other Demon Hunters that I dueled with. It's a lot of fun for me. I know some people don't prefer or don't like this throwing Barb style, this running Barb style. They just want to smash things up. But in terms of like high level PvP, or if you want to PvP on a high level, this seems to be like a really effective strategy. Yeah, okay, last fight here. I think this one was shorter than the others because I got a really good start. Now my first rend didn't land. I still have Ignore Pain up. Yeah, actually I'm going into defense here. So it's pretty much my usual strategy. And you can see he comes at me, but I'm really like dodging every single arrow. Like you need to know like how a Demon Hunter is positioning and how you can avoid him. Because once you learn like how to reset your cooldowns without dying, then eventually you will win. Here I wasted my leaps, I'm resetting again. Like the 3 major cooldowns here are basically leap, Ignore Pain, rend, and your fury. It's also important. Okay, here I can see he just used smoke screen and ran down, so he used some discipline. This one doesn't have legacy nets, so I know, okay, this is a normal time. I get a crit run on him, weapon throw him, again, leap, like pulled him to me, and I finish him off with weapon throw. And yeah, that was the first Demon Hunter. Next one had a bit better gear even, and was also like using a better strategy. And yeah, this is the second Demon Hunter, and you can see I ran into him, he went to me. I'm just chasing him, because I think I can finish him off, and I was actually able to get the kill here. Now the reason why this Demon Hunter was so difficult is because he was using the Boar Companion. And this makes it difficult for me, because if I use weapon throw on him, often like this Boar Companion is in between the way between me and the demon hunter, and my weapon throw doesn't hit the demon hunter but this fucking boar, and that's why the matchup was a bit harder. But yeah, it was nevertheless a lot of fun, and I'm gonna show you I think 2 or 3 more clips of this demon hunter. And yeah, all the demon hunters I was playing against usually had manticores with 1.3k DPS, double sockets, high crit, so gear matters a lot, but you just wanna like play against people with similar gear. Here I got a pretty good open on him, and because people are saying, oh, you never show deaths, Moldran, I included this clip as well. I ran him, but he also got a lot of damage off on me, and in the end you can see we actually both die at the same time. But yeah, usually against demon hunters with my build, and if I play against equally geared demon hunters, it's usually I have a 50 to 90% win rate. Like the worst win rate that I had was 55% against Chris Daras, which was another streamer. But yeah, I think in the future, if demon hunters know how to play, then it's gonna be more in their favor. And yeah, this clip here I included to just show I'm waiting here for make no pain cooldown, but here see, okay, the demon hunter before I used smoke screen, so I ran at him because I knew he would come to me, and this one ran was enough to kill him. This was just like pure prediction and reaction, because if you see, okay, the demon hunter used smoke screen 10 seconds away from me, it's just prediction. Like I just took advantage of this situation. And here again in slow motion, you see I'm just waiting for ignore pain cooldown, and the demon hunter should wait then as well, because you can see here is coming from the left side, and I wait until he uses smoke screen, and then I'll wait 1 or 2 seconds until I estimate he's gonna be here at me, and I ran right on top of him. And now he's like, he just got hit by a crit trend, which often leads to an instant death. As you can see here, it was that simple to win this duel. Okay, then this is the last duel against this demon hunter. I get the opener as in the previous duels. Like if you open, you don't wanna leap in, you wanna save leap for later, and just try to like sprint marathon close to him and then run. Again, here you can see I really wait until I need to use sleep, which was in this situation, so I ran him with this sleep, and now I wanna like finish him. It wasn't a grid run, so I wanna finish him off. But here I decided, okay, it's too risky to just follow him now. So I decided to play a bit more defensive, at least until my ignore pain comes up. It's up again now, so I'm engaging again, and just playing it safe to kill him. Alright, and the last demon hunter duel actually had Legacy Natalia's, which is even 1 difficulty above the others. And yeah, I had some nice duels against him. His score was 3-1 at this day. Let's see. He was also playing with, I think, cluster arrows loaded for beer, which deals a lot of damage, especially if it crits. But yeah, you can see I was able to play this pretty well, get my rants on him, use my leap effectively, and also finish this demon hunter off. There's another duel then. I'm just waiting for make no pain before I start the duel. And yeah, but I wish I could like show 20 different demon hunters in this video, because everyone plays different, but we don't have the time for that. But really you need to like, there are also demon hunters that use a strafe spec and so on. So this is just like an example of how you should play, but it doesn't like cover all the possible PvP situations. Alright, I got a run on him, now I'm sticking on him. Like this also important to predict like where he's gonna run with smoke screen. It's also something that you can learn if you play against the player many times. Like usually you can figure out the pattern of how to play. Here you can see I'm getting really low, so I decided, okay, I need to finish him off now, and I did with a weapon throw. And yeah, that was my first dueling guide video. If you want to see more, let me know. Now I know many people don't like dueling, but I think it can be really fun. You just, like many people do, they are like, they have, let's say, gear worth 20 million gold, and then they try to duel or take on players with, let's say, 1 billion gold gear. That doesn't work, but if you play against similarly geared players, if it's top gear or medium gear or low gear, it doesn't matter. You're gonna have fun and you're gonna enjoy PvP if you use the right tactics to win. Thanks for watching, I'll be back.